This is Miss Cara. Here, we can wiggle our fingers, have her catch up to us. We're just showing that she knows heel, place, and sit really well at this point at the end of week 1. Here. Yes, good job. We're gonna draw her into our left. She's always gonna go to our left-hand side. And when we step forward, she's gonna swing into heel. Very nice. We can speed up a little bit, encourage her to move faster, let her go ahead of us. There, she's gonna automatically try to turn left. We block her back in with our leash, so she has to turn the other way, which is the correct way. Very nice. If we always let the dog turn left to come back to us, she'll get tangled in the leash every time, which is just not really like a ease of life thing for the owners. And we want to promote good habits. Here, so we're going to do it again. That time she turned the correct way. Again, you see there she's trying to go to our right, and we just have sustained leash pressure this way, and then we praise her for doing a good job. Heel. Same thing. So we want to have affirmations and praise whenever she does the right thing. Heel. Good job. Give her a little bit of encouragement. We're going to lower our hand and help her out. We can also just speed up and do the same thing. We want to promote energy and motivation. Sit. Good job. Very nice. So she should stop and sit whenever we stop. Heel. And then start moving when we start moving. Sit. Very light leash pressure upward on the leash indicates to sit, to do the sit command. I'm going to walk straight backwards. Yes, good job. And I'm praise her simply for that. Really good. Heel. Then we can do an abrupt right U-turn. Ask her to sit again. So this is going to be called the about step. I'm basically standing on the dog's right hand side. She's on my left, she's in heel. I'm going to put my right foot on the other side of her, and then I'm going to turn and get her to turn with us. She's not the most coordinated or like physically aware dog in the world, so we need to promote as much fluidity, there you go, and coordination as possible, especially turning right like this. As you already pointed out, it's very easy for her to turn left, not an issue. Heel. Good job. She does that with no problem, very quickly. Heel. Yeah, that was much faster. Good job. Heel. Speed up again. Keep her energy up. Keep her motivated. And we're going to drift right and then have her catch up to us. See, she's drifting away from us. We want her to have that slight pressure or onus on her to stay close to us on our left-hand side, right? So we don't want her to drift away, drift to our left. We want her to stay as close as possible in a really tight heel, especially for when we start to go off leash. We don't have to worry about her drifting if we're walking in a parking lot or on the sidewalk by the street, or if we're walking by people in public. We want this dog to be right next to us the whole time. Sit. Yes, good job. Heel. Place. Sit. There you go. She's not super coordinated again. She's a little clumsy, so she slipped off there. Good job. Don't be ashamed. Heel. So I'm going to lower my hands like this, wiggle them. It's a little bit of guidance to move in this direction. See, she's kind of stuck. She's not in line with us at all. I'm going to add leash pressure this way and lean this way to have her move in that direction. Good job. Heel. So we're using these place boards to kind of elevate and isolate the dog so that she has to learn not only to stay next to us, but to be next to us in a very particular way, which is in line with us, with her heels, with her front paws at our heels. Good job. So that whenever we move right or left or whatever, she's staying right there next to us. Heel. And it's also going to help this issue where I go out of sight and she instinctively wants to turn around by going left. Very nice. Heel. So see this? So I'm on the other side of her. There you go. That time she turned to the right. I think I need to angle the camera a little more. Good job. Sit. Yes, good job. Heel. We're gonna go the other way. Ask her to sit. All right, here. Draw her to our left-hand side. She did that much smoother that time. And then place. Good job. So she didn't get on it all the way, but she's still getting used to it and learning. So I'm going to promote and praise her for the partial progress. Here. Sit. Good job. All right. Here, we're going to do the same thing. I want her to easily and casually get on the board. Place. Yes! All right. Good job. So the more we can do this with quickness, it'll become a little bit more fun to her. Place. Yes, good job. We had a little bit of exercise to stave away the boredom of all this training. Sit. Good job. Here. She is starting to breathe a little harder. Come on. Place. Up. There you go. What I love is she really does all of this with no fuss or issue. The only obstacle is repetitions or knowing it in the first place, right? Just a little confused sometimes. Come on. But she doesn't really refuse to do anything. Place. Good. Okay. Heel. Or heel. Place. Yes, good job. Sit. Very nice, Miss Cara. You got a little thing on you. Heel. Okay, our camera kind of pooped out on us. It died mid-video. So we're going to carry on. It's been a couple hours. Let her rest. Let the camera charge up. Heel. Good job. She's trying to get to our right-hand side. We just pressure a little bit with the leash to our left. She fixes that right up. Just waiting for her to sit. Good job. Heel. So again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, we use the place board to help orient her and have her fixate her position on our left-hand side. And then we can move to the smaller board when she's ready to make smaller adjustments. And she understands how to keep all four paws on the board and that's a requirement in the first place. Place. Good job. We're able to send her to place from a few feet away. Sit. Good job here, which shows a pretty good understanding of being able to leave us and go to place. Heel. Namely that we're sending her to place. Yes, good job here. Good job. So she wants to go inside and we just call her back to us every time. Not that big of a deal. Good job. We're going to do it one more time and see if she just comes straight to us. Not diverted to the door much that time. Here. We're going to use this board to help, there you go, shape swinging into heel. Here. So this swinging into heel off the board. There you go. She's still a little bit slow on understanding, like focusing on us and looking at us, and then moving into the position that we're repeating or we're getting repetitions on with swinging into heel. So she kind of might come over here and then stare that way. And it takes her a second to realize we're going to walk forward and swing into heel. With repetitions, that should get a lot better. Heel. Yes, good job. Sit. Come on, come on, come on. Place. Good job. We want to make it a little bit exciting for her. Sit. Yes, here. Good job. Let's see if we can get her to sit facing us, and then we're going to pressure this way. Place. Place. There you go. We'll just cross over to the other side. So we're lowering her right onto the cot. Sit. She's not understanding exactly this directional guidance. Place. There you go. Good job. Here. Sit. You see she's very distracted. She keeps looking around. Come on. Place. Yes. Good job. Heel. Again, she's trying to cross. We just guide her back to our left. Sit. Good job. Heel. Heel. Good job. All right. So we want to make sure that when we stop, she's going to stop. And sit. Yes! Good job. Heel. And then we'll just walk backwards. Not much guidance on the leash. She followed very nicely that time. Still trying to go to the right. We're going to walk backwards again. Repeat that process. There you go. Good job. Here. Yes. Good job. So it just has to eventually click for her that this is what we do every time you encounter this situation. You see the same visual of us walking backwards. She's pretty much stopped turning to the left. When we go to walk backwards, she's turning the correct way. You see I'm wiggling my fingers. Adds a lot of helpful guidance. Never hurts to add more guidance to help the dog out. Come on. So here I might even drop and wiggle my fingers, give her a lot of direction. Sit. Good job. Here. Heel. Yes. Oh, there you go. She started to turn the other way and then fixed it. Heel. Place. Let's see if we can get her to get right up on this board here. There you go. All right, come on. I would really like for her to be able to just walk and jump up on it. There you go. Good job. Here, come on, come on. Heel. Because we're going to be sending her a considerable distance to place eventually. So we want her to have a good motivation and energy to go from one side of the room to the other, to go to place, even in distractions in a living room. Here. Good job. Heel. Place, place. There you go. Heel. All right, good job. Heel. We're moving a little bit faster, a little bit more fluid. Really happy. So we're gonna bump straight back on the leash. Oh, no, okay. We're gonna bump straight back on the leash, not pulling or tugging the dog, right? It's just a little pop straight back, and that's gonna have the dog slow down and be a very clear indication that we're going to turn left. Yep. So whenever you're walking with your dog, you'll be able to just kind of go like that. They'll slow down for you to turn in front of them. Sit. Good job. Heel. Change the look up a little bit. Heel. Good job. Okay, now let's work on her stability and sitting. Sit. So if she gets up, we can just step towards her, which adds spatial pressure. And we're going to lift up on this leash. And that's, of course, as we've already demonstrated, a very clear indication for sitting. So we step away. Good job. Very nice. We're going to praise her every time she does something right. Good job. Sit. Yep. Okay, I hope I'm orienting the camera to look at her properly. It's on my forehead, so I can't really see what y'all are seeing exactly. Okay, that's pretty good. Good job. So let's see if we can walk around the dog. Pretty simple. She's not too bothered by us, what we're doing. She's not concerned at all. Sometimes this can be extremely difficult. It can take a long time to nail. Come on. Place. There you go. So we're going to guide her a little bit forward to get all these paws on. And then we're going to step this way. There you go. And that'll have her swing right onto the board. Here. Sit. There you go. Good job. Heel. So you might notice her tail is usually pretty tucked. Honestly, I'm not too worried or bothered by that with her in particular, because a big thing that her owners wanted to address and that she has as a thing about her personality is she's very timid, and she's just very unsure and skeptical about things, especially new people. Good job. So we're gonna liven her up and expose her to life and the world and give her some confidence back. Heel. And as she starts to do these things with more energy, they'll become a little bit more fun. So that tail should pop right out. So I'm not really too concerned. Heel. Good job. Because it also doesn't really have to mean a whole lot. Sit. Good job. Here. Everything else about her looks very relaxed. There you go. All right. Over the next couple of days, I'd really like for these things like swinging into heel and getting on the board to just be automatic. Of course, they've just been introductory up to this point. Here. Heel. She doesn't really move fast in general. Oh. She's got confused and turned the other way. There you go. All right. But yeah, she has a pretty good understanding, especially of heel. There's really no leash pulling anymore. Heel. The most that she'll do at this point as regards to heel is maybe she'll walk a little bit slow, or she'll try to get behind you. But again, that's been a very consistent issue that her owners were complaining about, is her trying to tuck behind you. Good job. So that's to be expected. It's a bit more of an ingrained habit, but she doesn't pull on the leash anymore. She understands place pretty well, and of course she'll sit and stay until told to do otherwise. That should be about everything. Good job, Cara.